Hey, how we doing? It's JJ. I'm going to speak really quietly for the time being. A couple of months ago, moved house, bought a house, and it's right where I grew up as a kid. And it backs onto a place called Fairlands Valley Lakes. And my senior school, or old senior school, used to back onto that. So this area around here is somewhere I know really well. Now I've talked a lot in the past about the wood where I spent a lot of my formative sort of teens and that, going off and camping over, and that's high wood. But this is where I spent those real early years when I first started senior school. You know, we used to come over to the lakes at the weekend, and I'm in this little bit of a sort of a copse that runs down past the lakes and that at the moment. I literally, it's about a 3-minute walk from my house, and I've just like climbed over a little fence behind me. There is a path just over there, about 25 metres away, so I'm just keeping my noise down, but I'm going to scramble through here because I want to try and see if I can get back to the spot that as an 11 or 12 year old I used to just kind of come down to after school. Friends, mates used to fish here. I was never much into fishing, but I used to sit there and watch them. But with other mates, we'd kind of get out into this tiny little bit of it's almost an island, but not quite. You know, when it's really wet, it's a struggle to get across, but in autumn I think you can still get onto it. So I'm gonna get over there and say it's where I first used to come after school. At lunch breaks I used to come in here and I just used to sit in here. So this is where I spent my real early days being in love with the outdoors. So I'm gonna see if I can get over there. I'm gonna stop filming and catch you in a bit. Now, I haven't been here for a couple of years, but obviously people still come down here. Yeah, it's still there. So just up that path there was a gate, and used to lead into here. They built this little sort of like bridge that sort of went across over onto the island, but about 3 or 4 years ago someone burnt it down and it goes out into the lake. So I'm just going to see if it's actually possible. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get onto that. I'll get back to you. It's a couple of feet deep. There's a load of old sort of posts and that in there, so I think what I'm going to spend is about maybe sort of 10 minutes or so, just see if I can get to those poles and put them across. There's other vegetation that I might just sort of sit onto. Let's see if we can get this done, get on this island. Trying to get across that, which is about 15 foot. I've tried to move some of the logs, it ain't going to work. The only way I'm going to get across there is with wellies, and I haven't got any wellies, so I might see if I can do something else today. I'm going to buy wellies, going to come back here and see if I can get on that little island. So let's see what else we can get up to today. Right, half Lavu. Actually, I'm really happy with this because although I've not been able to get on the island, you can't realise and go back to your childhood dreams all in one day. So I'm going to get myself some wellies. I'm going to get out on that little island because I know once I'm set up there, nobody else is coming onto there. I will hear them and I can just collapse anything down and just sit there and pretend I'm watching wildlife, which is what I normally do. So that's for another day. That is for another day. But I've set up the half Lavu, centre pole, ridge line off to a tree. Let me have a look. Let's have a look. So there you go. Classic half Lavu. I've got a flask of coffee to be had, little sit pad. Cracking book that I'm reading at the moment, which is the Book of Trespass, Crossing the Lines That Divide Us by Nick Hayes. Thoroughly recommend that. Ridgeline off there. The water is, let me show you. You see, that's where I want to be, over there, but it narrows just round there. And if I've got some wellies, I can get across on there and nobody would know I'm there. So that would be pretty cool, but that's for another day. I'm going to have a brew and take myself back to being an 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 year old coming over here, trying to escape the park rangers, keeping quiet, just going to enjoy a little bit of me time today. Try and get back to your childhood because it was such an amazing time, and that's what I'm going to start doing over in this area now that I'm living here again. Catch you later.